the home of the Miami Heat, American Airlines Arena in downtown Miami, Florida. Looking at the last game for the Cleveland Cavaliers, it was a loss to the Pelicans at New Orleans Arena. And they lost it by a single point. Just one more possession or one less bad shot away from a different result. Those really sting.
And one of the factors, Kevin, that really hurt them in that game.
Miami leading by 4. A lot's been made of the Heat fans in the past for walking out during the finals game where they looked to be out of it. But credit, the Miami Heat fans, Greg, with last year sticking with this team.
Yeah, and in all fairness, I would have walked out as well because I thought it was over. But with LeBron out of town, a lot of Heat fans could have jumped off the bandwagon. But you know what? They stayed with it. So although the weather is fair, the fans are not.
Oh, well said.
Thank you.
And, for the Heat, despite the struggles, they still sold out every game here last season. They were among the top teams in the league in total attendance.
And really, they showed up in force, even as the Heat fell to the back of the pack. The Heat only 20-21 last year at American Airlines Arena, but the fans loved them all the same. And last season was one where Tristan Thompson transitioned from a starter to a bench role, didn't let the move bother him, and still put up solid numbers off the bench.
Robinson kicks to Anderson. Here's Stoudemire. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. Stoudemire's got 8. Here's Williams. 11 points for him in that last game's in New Orleans.
And also his assist total tells you keeping his head up and keeping his teammates involved.
They grab their own miss, and Jefferson get.
How about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second chance points.
Shumpert against Robinson. Anderson, a screen on Shumpert. Feeds it to Green. 5 to shoot. That is good. Green's got his first basket. Well, for Thompson, he was great off the bench. You're right, Greg, for the Cavs last year. Even earned some Clark's 6th man of the year consideration votes.
And deserved it because of how he played and his impact. He actually had his best year in terms of shooting efficiency. Shot a career-high 55% from the floor.
Mozgov, guys, was specifically sought after by his coach, Dave Blatt. Remember, Mozgov was a favorite of his from when Blatt coached the Russian national team.
Mozgov and Blatt with a close connection from their international play. Mozgov was a big part of taking home a bronze medal. Remember Clark back in 2012 with Blatt?
Yeah, exactly. In Russia and now again with the Cavs, Mozgov is showing that Blatt has great confidence and trust in his ability, and that's wonderful for a player.
Robinson misses.
Boy, he blew the easy 2 by profiling, trying to look good. That's a bad decision and poor execution.
Williams up on top, guarded by Green. Williams kicks to Mozgov. The basket is good off the assist from Williams.
Superb assist there. He played the role of the maestro on that one.
Winslow wide open. He fires. Misses the 3. And here's Freak on his experience as a one-and-done college player.
It was definitely a hard decision. I had to sit down with my family and weigh the options and really take the time to figure out what's best for me. It was tough. I mean, I loved my team, my coaches, and just the whole college experience, But on the other hand, there's always a risk of injury, I just felt like I was ready to take my game to the next level, so why wait? And I think it turned out for the best. No regrets.
Now with more and more freshmen, Clark making the jump to the pros. Going with the whole new group on the floor. The Cavaliers trail by 20. Robinson is in at the point. Chris Anderson out there with Stoudemire. Then it's Winslow, and it's Green in at the shooting guard position. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Picked by Mozgov. Outside jumper. Tries to hit him. Robinson with the block.
You've got to give them a lot of credit for the job they've done on the backboards.
They've done a lot of things well today, but really it's about what they've done on the backboard that's at the top of that list.
Now here's Winslow, defended by Jefferson. Step back on that one and let it fly. And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for Miami.
You know, they've done a great job of getting a hand up on shooters. Actually have gotten a lot of blocks as well, solidifying that defensive effort.
And the intensity is carried over into their ability to get out in passing lanes and really be disruptive in terms of their opponent's offense.
That's tipped. Stolen by Robinson. By himself. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Stoudemire setting the pick for Robinson. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Robinson's got 4 points in the quarter.
These defenders look overmatched right now, especially inside.
Well, they've given up 10 of the last 12 points from close range, so I'd have to agree with you, partner.
Williams against Robinson. Williams attacking. That's good.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
I like to call that stick-to-itiveness, Greg. Getting everything he possibly could out of that play. Nicely done.
Good call.
That will count. And it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. And so a pretty lopsided game.
Hi, Kevin. I'm here with Dwayne Wade. Obviously a great half for you guys. What has allowed this team to be so effective?
Well, one way is get out in transition. Besides that, we're running our offense to make sure we get paint touches. We play inside out. We got guys that's been very aggressive, so it's been working for us.
Dwayne, thank you. So many weapons on this team, guys.
Thank you, Doris. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of quarter number 3.
Guys, that was the perfect way to start this game. Let's go over some stuff and do more of the same in the second half. We're in a great spot, and it's because of the defense we've played. Keep up that intensity, and they've got no way back into this game. Ball security was probably our high point. Let's continue to keep a tight handle on the ball and not try to thread too many needles with our passes. And just to talk about what we want for the pace of the game, I'd say nice and steady suits us just fine. It doesn't have to be a track meet. All right, guys, I know we got a healthy lead, but we cannot let up against this tougher team. Let's go.
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, anything can happen.
Nice numbers from D. Wade. 18 points and 2 rejections.
Offensively, defensively, man, he has done it all.
All hustle, non-stop effort. He just doesn't quit. Great resilience and relentlessness in his play.
And it's strange to think that early last year, all the talk in the media was about the in-house fighting on the Cavs. Goes to show just how much better things are for a team when they're winning.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up for the second half. So on the floor for Cleveland, LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. And it's Varejao in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Well, as rough as the Cavs might have started the season, Clark, they were all at peace near the end. Things turned around certainly after the All-Star break. Had their amazing playoff run, great momentum, and that confidence showed every game they played.
Really did, and I thought the big three found a way to come together nicely and smooth out the rough spots, and James, Irvin, and Love ended up being the highest scoring trio.
Move the ball. Good group in for the Heat. Amari Stoudemire, he's checked in for Whiteside. Winslow comes in for Luol Deng. Gerald Green, he's checked in for Dwayne Wade. Robinson is subbed in for Goran Dragic. A big group substitution here for Cleveland. Mozgov, he's checked in for Varejao. Thompson comes in for Kevin Love. Iman Shumpert is checked in for Smith. And Mo Williams subbed in for Kyrie Irving.
He has clearly been off the mark.
Shumpert dishes to James. Fires from the wing, and he gets it to go. LeBron's got 4 points this quarter.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is for you.
Bosh, a screen on Williams. Robinson kicks to Bosh, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Just some amazing stats put up by Chris Bosh early in his career, but having been in the shadow of LeBron and D. Wade over the past few seasons, one wonders if Bosh is now a little bit underrated. He's talented and gives you everything you want from the power forward spot.
Bosh against Thompson. It's Williams with the drive. Robinson with the block. And now running it up the court. Green pushing it all the way. And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for the Heat.
We've seen them make the extra effort from a defensive standpoint, closing out airspace and sending shots back.
They've worked hard tonight at crashing the boards as well. They've had a bunch of second chance points.
Williams with a clean look. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Williams has got 7. The Heat leading by 14. Bosh, the screen. Robinson with it. Williams picks him up. Here's Stoudemire. The Cavaliers pull it in.
A little ambitious on that possession, trying to hit a shot in the face of that defensive pressure.
Williams fires and count it from 19 feet away. Williams has got 4 this quarter.
In the mid-range, rarely the hallmark of efficiency in today's NBA, but it is on point tonight.
It sure is, Greg. It might be the strongest aspect of their offense here.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
He dishes it to James, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Williams.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
We've got 13 seconds left in the third quarter. Outside Robinson. To the middle. It's tipped. Stolen by Thompson. Off target. And as we end the third.
Give it up for your Heat.
Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter.
Substitution on the court.
There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Robinson in a 2-guard. Haslam's out there with Anderson. Then there's Chalmers. And it's Winslow in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group on the floor for Miami. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
Yeah, they were clicking in every way. I mean, all cylinders.
Hey.
Yes, guys, I'm here with Goran Dragic. And Goran, what a nice show the team put on for your fans tonight.
Yeah, great game for us, for our fans. They were amazing. This kind of games is really enjoying to play. And we are hustling on every play, defense and offense. And, I'm really happy that we won that game.
You enjoyed it, and we enjoyed it. Thank you, Goran. Guys, back to you.
All right, Doris, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. Now time to send you over to the award-winning Ernie Johnson for the postgame show with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now let's move on to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Goran Dragic. He had just an outstanding fourth-quarter performance. He really had the fire lit under him, and down the stretch, really having a huge impact on the outcome of this game.
They were riding a 2-game losing streak coming to this game and could not afford to drop 3 in a row. He rose to the occasion for them tonight, big time.
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports.
The only color I care about is green, money. Now, you've certainly made some money so far, Freak, but it's time we make more money. I'm talking movies, TVs, endorsements, even your own brand Jordan sneakers.
I care about the game first, Dom. All that sounds great, but don't you think it's a little too early to be talking about all that?
Too early? LeBron was 12 years old in 6th grade when he was thinking Space Jam. It's never too early to take and make leaps.
I guess.
You guess? This isn't high school. This isn't college. This is the real world. And the real world is fueled by one thing.
Oh, money.
That's right. Money. Dollar bills, y'all. Why do you think they put presidents on them? Because that's what presides over us. I ever tell you guys about the first dollar I ever made?
No, Dom, but you're about to.
Yo, check this out. CC, this is a great story, right? So I'm 7 years old, Queens, New York, 1973. My older brother, Lonzo, he's got a lemonade stand. So that summer, I'm like, Lonzo, let me help out. Let me make a couple of bucks with you. He's like, all right, Dom, come on. I'll teach you the business. So I'm pouring tons of sugar. I'm squeezing the lemons. I got the lemonade stand all set up. I'm like, yo, I got this, right? So I'm watching during the course of the day. I'm noticing something Lonzo's doing. He's not charging for refills. That summer, I convinced Lonzo no more free refills, and we make $2,000 plus tips. Today, Lonzo's Lemonade is a national brand and publicly traded.
Oh, wow. That's dope.
I'm not here to impress. I'm here to improve and to assist. I'm like the Italian-American Magic Johnson, running point for Team Freak. No.
The only person running point around here will be me.
CC, look at my watch. What do you see?
Not this again. I've seen the movie.
This is diamonds and platinum. Gold, forget about it. Silver, forget about it. This is diamonds and platinum. It's power and speed. Freak, this is what you have. You are on your way to being the biggest thing in the NBA. I'm proposing now that we dominate off the court as well as on.
I can't believe I'm saying this, Freak, but Dom has a point. You've been establishing yourself on the court, and now it's time to take it off the court. Brand Jordan sneakers, the possibilities are endless.
Listen, Freak, you're going to have to decide the legacy you want to leave. But I'm not some agent from the Yellow Pages. I'm Dom Pagnotti. I'm the man, the myth, the legend, the king, #1. I'm the best. And I'm a shark. And the Pagnotti shark is working for you. And we got to set new goals and bigger goals, okay? I'm talking all-star game. I'm talking dunk contest. When was the last time you saw an NBA great in a dunk contest, huh? I'm talking first team All-NBA, first team All-Defensive team.
What about social media?
Yvette, great idea. Social media. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Let's kick it up a notch. www.freakingandvibing.com. That's right, your own website. I've already set it up for you, and it's running great.
Wait, hold up.
Listen, I'm in negotiations right now on a feature that will allow viewers to watch Freak and only him and his plays during the game.
Yeah, but you set up a website without consulting me?
Yeah.
When did this happen?
Last week.
Uh-oh. Oh, this is going to be epic.
CC, I love you, but I got no time to waste, and you're out there busy doing whatever it is you're doing.
Whatever I'm doing, you know what? I'm really sick and tired of the disrespect. This is Team Freak, not the Dom Pagnotti Italian American opera.
Cece, calm down, all right? Dom here, he's just trying to take us to the next level.
Look, Ming Ching, I don't even know why you're here when your job is to look good and shut up.
Cece, chill.
No, I'm done chilling. Between your clown agent and your gold-digging girlfriend, I've had enough.
Gold digger? You're the winner of the Lucky Sperm contest, and I'll have you know I am currently starting my own fashion line. I've already got model contracts from Beijing to Milan, not to mention I graduated top of my class. Summa cum laude.
You mean thank you, Laude?
I don't need a man to save me or provide for me, okay? I got my own, boo.
Okay, well, if that's the case, then why has all your success and fame coincided with your relationship with my brother? I mean, if you're really on top of your game, wouldn't that have happened before y'all even met?
Right? You know what, Cece? You're just jealous. It's okay, though. Why don't you just play the background, yeah? Enjoy the ride.
Y'all both done yet?
May I continue? Now listen, as far as movie properties go, I've already got a script based upon a story of your life, Freak, okay? So guys, check out these possible titles. Freakin' and Vibin', Life and Times, Volume 1. The Freak Chronicle, Freak the Fast and Furious, Part 1 does it, and this one's my favorite, Freak, you're gonna love this. He got Pagnotti.
Whoa,
You
okay,
love it,
all
right?
Dom. Yeah, but look, you're the man, but you're not the man. Okay, you work for me. You have to follow my lead. I'm all for your ideas, but in due time. As for now, I want to focus on the court, and we'll discuss some of your ideas at a later date. Understood?
Yo, we're cool in the gang, bro. That's all you had to say.
All right, good. Thank you. Vet, chill. You cannot let Cece get underneath your skin. But on the same token, you cannot go out of your way to piss her off. I don't have time to be playing peacekeeper between you two.
You know what? We need to talk about this afterwards alone.
Fine. Cece, you need to hold this together. You and I both agreed long ago that Dom was the best agent for me. He has delivered. Are his methods questionable? Is he a shark? Yes and yes. But he is our shark. He's what's best for me, which means he is what's best for all of us. Your job is to bring us balance. Manage the team, sis. We all need to be on the same page.
You're right, but blood is thicker than water.
You know, I ain't trying to hear all that. I'm not here to hold hands. I'm here to win games and achieve greatness on and off the court. But in order for that to happen, I need everybody to be on point. Essentially, get right or get going. Yeah, I don't have time to be teaching you guys how to work together. It either starts now or I find it elsewhere. Squashed?
Squashed.
Zucchini'd.
Mr. Dom Pagnotti. Mr. Diamond and Platinum himself. It's a love-hate relationship.
What do you think about people who see your brother as just a meal ticket?
Well, that's why I'm there. I'm the gatekeeper. Yep. I can smell it from a mile away.
When you take time out for your own personal life, do you have a personal life?
I do.
Where at? I think Freak is your personal life.
You can think whatever you want, mister. But, I have a personal life. Thanks.
Yeah?
Yeah. I think that should end the interview right now. Yeah? It's great meeting you.
You're always gonna have people who don't believe that you.
Wow, the Christmas Day game. I didn't expect to be on this stage as a rookie, but it'll be exciting, no doubt. I watched the NBA all day long on Christmas growing up, and to think that kids out there will be seeing me be a part of that, it's surreal. And I've never been one to disappoint the kids, so
I better go out there and put on a show.
Welcome to a special presentation of the NBA on Christmas Day here on 2K Sports. We want to wish each and every one of you a Merry Christmas. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And joining us in a bit later from the sidelines, Doris Burke. Welcome to the American Airlines Arena, home of the Miami Heat, and a great venue for basketball. Try as they might, they've fallen behind the pack, but a chance here to... The Heat leading by 4. Last year, the Pelicans, Greg, pushed their way into the postseason. It was a neck-and-neck battle for that number 8 spot, as you recall, with the Oklahoma City Thunder.
And how about the excitement down the stretch? They were able to edge out the Thunder and Russell Westbrook on that just point binge down the stretch there. And what a final day that was. A big, huge win over the Spurs let them get into the postseason for the first time under the Pelican moniker.
So for New Orleans right now, Gordon and Pondexter are the wingmen. Alexis Ajinça is out there with Perkins, and it's Cole in at the 1. And the wide open shot from Green. Bangs home the trifecta. Green's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And as you said, I mean, New Orleans made the playoffs for the first time under the name Pelicans. Unfortunately for them, they ran into the Warriors in the first round and were promptly swept away.
Gordon in a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
And thinking back to the Pelicans playoffs from last year, let a 20-point lead slip away in that fourth quarter of Game 3. But they played better than a sweep and got valuable postseason experience for that young roster.
Really unfortunate for Eric Gordon that an assortment of injuries have really derailed his career. A few years back, he looked like he'd be an absolute star. Once a 22 points a game score, was down to 13 a game last season.
Yeah, on the topic of Eric Gordon, one would think he's still young and talented enough to be a difference maker with any team. He just has to stay healthy. That really is the bottom line. He's got to keep his health.
Kevin, the truth is, though he's had a number of injuries, they've all been different. It isn't one chronic thing. So with a little good luck, we could see him shine once more.
The dish to Ajinça. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. That one is on Stoudemire. Well, you look back at the 2015 Heat, and the injuries are what probably brought that team down. We can go from Chris Bosh with the debilitating blood clot on his lung and on and on and on. The loss, of course, which was not an injury, of LeBron James. There are a lot of moving parts with that team.
And that's a great point, Kevin. If you take any star off a team, things are going to get difficult. It was impressive that the Heat still managed to stay competitive once Bosh went out. Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Stolen by Robinson. Now running up the court, Robinson pushing it up. Gordon with the defensive effort.
Well, he won't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions there.
Oh, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. Heat lead by 5. Back after this from the American Airlines Arena. And
a lot of face-up, you know.
Well, I tell you could be here an awfully long time if we're going to list all the different moves Anthony Davis can hurt you with.
Yeah.
New group in for the Heat. Amari Stoudemire. He's checked in for Whiteside. Winslow comes in for Luol Deng. Gerald Green, he's checked in for Dwayne Wade. Robinson is subbed in for Goran Dragic. Setting the floor now for the Pelicans. Gordon and Pondexter are the wingmen. Perkins is out there with Alexis Ajinça. And it's Cole in at the point. And Green gets it to go.
Buckets, but he should have just gone straight up with it instead of trying to fade away.
And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Pistons made some major contributions. He had 9 points, and in addition to his scoring, he also came away with a season high for rebounds. He really was the second unit for his team in a great performance, guys.
All right, thank you as always, Doris. And another special game from a player that we know is incredibly capable for this team.
Yeah, and
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
I tell you what, I used to love to go up and jam like that.
And for Norris Cole, such an important role player, Greg, for Miami for a number of seasons. Last year, shooting percentages dipped, and that is one of the reasons why he was probably traded to New Orleans.
Yeah, and a lot of that, I think, had to do with somebody dipping out of town.
Yeah,
and LeBron James, that would probably change the quality of your shots. But both figures did go up dramatically once he got to New Orleans. And remember, now he's playing with another great player in Anthony Davis.
The offensive rebound.
And trying to come up with a highlight reel finish, somebody forgot to finish it.
Teams value the three so much nowadays. Let's check out the best at it. Second, the Pelicans.
No doubt they have snipers on that roster, that's for sure. It's been a terrific year for them from beyond the arc.
And he makes the first.
You know, going back to Norris Cole last year, after the trade to the Pelicans, he shot better than he had in his entire career. That and the 2 championship rings he brought with him really helped the Pelicans take the next step in the team's development. Phenomenal alley-oop slam right there, guys.
They're taking advantage, Clark, of a team that looks lost out there.
Guys, this one is threatening to get really ugly.
And it's Gordon missing.
And, you know, talking about Norris Cole, this is a young man who still has plenty of upside. His assist-to-turnover ratio is solid. He's a competitive defender. I like where his game is going right now.
He feeds it to Gordon. 36 seconds left in the first half. Pass to Ajinça. Lets it fly from 18. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Ajinça's got 6.
Just a major size difference between the defender and shooter on that possession.
And Greg, without a hand in his face, he's simply going to spray whoever's there.
And here's Green outside. And again, Miami with the triple.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
Pass to Ajinça. 11 feet out, and he hits it. He's got 8.
Boy, he made a nice little bounce pass there. We call that the pocket pass, and he did it well.
And we've reached halftime in this one.
Kevin, I'm here with Coach Erik Spoelstra. And Eric, you guys have seemed in complete command out here tonight. What's been the key so far?
Well, I think we've been able to get to our pace. We've been active defensively. So we just have to maintain our focus and keep trying to be in attack mode, both ends of the court.
Eric, thank you so much. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, Doris. And we'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half. And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested. And a new group in for the Heat. Stoudemire's checked in for Whiteside. Winslow comes in for Luol Deng. Green is checked in for Dwayne Wade. Robinson is subbed in for Goran Dragic. New Orleans also making some changes. Alexis Ajinça has checked in for Asha. Gordon comes in for Ryan Anderson. And it's Norris Cole in for Drew Holiday. Robinson in at point guard. Winslow is out there with Chris Bosh, and it's Stoudemire, and it's Green in at the 2. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Winslow wide open, he fires, and that's good. Robinson picking up the assist. With LeBron gone, the Heat had to overhaul some things they do on offense, no doubt about it. Still possibles there. there that had been part of the LeBron years.
Yeah, exactly. And one of those principles, a big one, was the idea of spacing in their half-court sets. They still were able to open up for a lot of easy threes.
Get the ball inside.
And he gets it to go. Green's got 14.
That's really told the story today, guys. I mean, throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and then finish.
More active and more physical down low. That's what's really been the difference thus far.
Shot by Gordon, wide open. Robinson pulls it in.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
Off the screen. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. He's got 8.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have. The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
And really, that's what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish. Wow, he got whacked on that, which shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
That free throw missing. Anderson, he's checked in for Chris Bosh. And the second free throw, good. Here's Cole. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Anderson with the block. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green. There's a screen. Here's Cole. Green with the rebound.
High quality shot, just a little off there with the release.
And Greg, that has him S-H-H-E, shaking his head. Tough miss that time.
Clark.
Okay, Miami, now coming onto the court are your Heat dancers.
Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one. Some changes here for the Heat. Stoudemire's checked in for Whiteside. Winslow comes in for Luol Deng. Robinson is subbed in for Goran Dragic. New Orleans also making some changes. Evans, he's checked in for Davis. And Cole subbed in for Drew Holiday. Setting the floor now for the Pelicans. They've got Norris Cole. Ryan Anderson out there with Gordon. Then there's Tyreke Evans. And it's Asik in at the 5 spot.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Heat.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, Stephen Clark. An all-around dominant performance. Clark, and you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
I certainly did, and they just cracked it open and made it an NC. No contest.
Yeah, I like that. And this will be a big win for them. Lucky win number 13 now in the bag.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
It sure is. It's just a 2-gamer since they're in opposite conferences, and you can bet they'll take the same approach right into game 2 that they had tonight.
Just a quality win, and you look at the box score and some really good numbers for Chris Bosh. He was really important under the basket, making the plays down low and getting position to pull in rebounds.
And that one falls for Robinson. And he makes both free throws. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
Yeah, they were the superior team in every department, in every category to me, Kevin. I know their fans loved it and appreciated it.
Guys, I'm here with Goran Dragic. And Goran, was the team's defensive approach tonight key to the win?
Yeah, we know if we want to win that game, we have to be solid in defense. You know, they're best running team. They're gonna shoot three-point line, and we just have to be solid in defense. And we did that, and in the end, we won that game. So
you were solid and tough. Great job tonight, guys. Back to you.
All right, Doris. Great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. And coming up next, the postgame show with Ernie Johnson, Shaq, and Kenny the Jet.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we get a chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Chris Bosh.
Chris Bosh came to play tonight, guys, and that's a frightening.
And that will do it for our special Christmas Day broadcast.
I told you, Dom Pagnotti always delivers. Brand Jordan Freak prototypes. Open the box, check them out.
It's like Christmas and my birthday on the same day. Oh, Dom.
You love them?
I love them.
Hey, they're waiting for your approval for production.
Approved.
Approved?
Approved.
Done.
Yeah.
I'll make the call.
In Pagnotti we trust.
I told you you'd love them.
Man.
Hey, I'm going to have you playing in those in 30 days or less.
Money. Oh, man.
Freaking and vibing. Freaking and vibing.
Freaking and vibing in these, baby.
It's been a long road trip. Last game is tonight, and I know I want to get out of here with the win. We'll be back in front of the home crowd soon, but now's not the time to be looking ahead. I need to step up my game and help this team get it done. No excuses.
It's NBA basketball on 2K Sports. We're glad you can join us on this exciting Friday night matchup. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. And for the Milwaukee Bucks, they come into tonight's game after the loss to the Grizzlies in Memphis at the FedEx Forum. They battled and battled, but could not pull it off at the end. Guys losing. Milwaukee. Parker's checked in for John Henson. Mayo comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Jared Bayless is checked in for Chris Middleton. And it's Vasquez in for Carter Williams. And then for Miami, Amari Stoudemire is checked in for Whiteside. Green comes in for Luol Deng. Robinson is subbed in for Goran Dragic. And for Miami, look at who they've got out there. Robinson in at point guard. D-Wade out there with Chris Bosh. And it's Green, and it's Stoudemire in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play chance here. It's going to be Mayo shooting. It's going to be on Freak. Anderson, he's checked in for the Heat. Winslow comes in for Dwayne Wade.
And guys, when you look at O.J. Mayo's statistics over the past few years, nothing really stands out. But then you watch him in games, especially in clutch moments, and he can seem like the most dangerous guy on the floor. A scary, deep-range shooter who loves to take defenders one-on-one.
On the topic of O.J. Mayo, has value in this NBA.
Yeah, he really does. I mean, he's multi-skilled, good size, sees himself as a superstar, and yet that sometimes derails him being as effective as he could be because he just can't quite get comfortable in that role of being a backup.
And Anderson kicks to Stoudemire. A second chance effort, and goaltending is going to be the call, so they get the basket there anyway.
He got there late, but you do have to like the aggressiveness to go after the block, but that one's going to count.
Here is Bayless, guarded by Robinson. Here's Vasquez. No one near Mayo as he lets it go. The shot's good. Vasquez making the play.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Great ball movement.
The pass to Winslow. Stoudemire, the screen. Green dishes to Stoudemire. Rebound by Parker.
It's still early, but they've started to establish themselves on the glass here.
Yeah, scrappy, Clark, for each and every rebound. They are not backing down.
No luck. Good work defensively by Stoudemire. The Heat trail by 3. Outside, Green. Feeds to Stoudemire. They kick it out to Green. 6 on the shot clock. Lets it go from 11. Breaks a big height bounce and goes in. The Bucks have gone an even 50% from the field. They are 7 of 14 for the game. Now Vasquez still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Monroe outside. And released it in time, but it's off the mark. And at the end of... Transitioning from college to the pros can be a challenge for many players. Here's what Freak had to say about adjusting his game to the NBA.
The biggest difference is endurance, both mentally and physically. The college season is what, 30, 40 games max? That's not even halfway through an NBA season. Plus, you're playing against the best talent every night. I'm just trying to put in work, get in the gym, study film, and prepare myself for each and every game.
Good points, Clark. What role do coaches play in helping young players? Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Monroe's checked in for Jabari Parker. Mayo comes in for Antetokounmpo. Jared Bayless is checked in for Chris Middleton. And it's Vasquez in for Carter Williams. We've got Monroe. Jared Bayless is out there with Vasquez. Then it's Mayo. And it's Henson in at the 5, patrolling the paint. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Nets made some major contributions. He finished with 8 points, and there weren't too many shots that didn't fall for him. Really efficient night from the field. He was just too much to handle as he came off the bench to turn in a great outing, guys. They hope it continues.
Thanks, Doris. He had a heck of an outing that night, GA.
Yeah, he really did, Kevin. I mean, a very professional performance. Played hard every single second he was on the court.
Guys, that's what we expect from him, and he rarely lets us down, and he certainly didn't let us down that night.
And he just big-boyed it right there. The height advantage he's got down low, really difficult for them to defend. And guys, Gerald Green looked to be out of the NBA at one point in his career, but since coming back from Russia, he has completely reinvented himself as a player.
Stolen by Henson. And Bayless kicks to Vasquez. And here's Mayo from beyond the arc. That falls. Great assist by Vasquez. Vasquez has got 4 assists in the game. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for Milwaukee.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
You know, adding on to that, they've done a great job of challenging and changing shots in this first half, and they've gotten some blocks as well.
And Bayless kicks to Henson. It's stolen by Stoudemire.
Clearly a 2-for-1 situation here, guys.
Oh, without question, Greg. I mean, the wise move would be to get themselves a quick shot so they have an opportunity to get that 2-for-1.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Stolen by Anderson. And now here comes Robinson leading the break. The game now all-time. Robinson's got his second basket of the game.
Their interior has been inferior defensively. It has got to tighten up.
You're right on target there, Greg. Of the last 10 points they've allowed, 8 have come from in close.
Here is Vasquez. Passes to Monroe. With 2 seconds left, and the rejection by Stoudemire. And the first half comes to a close in a tie game.
Thank you, Kevin.
Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Jabari Parker's checked in for Henson. Mayo comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Jared Bayless is checked in for Chris Middleton. And it's Vasquez in for Michael Carter-Williams. And a new group in for the Heat. Stoudemire's checked in for Whiteside. Winslow comes in for Luol Deng. Gerald Green, he's checked in for Dwayne Wade. Robinson is subbed in for Goran Dragic. On the court for the Heat, Robinson is in at the point. Stoudemire out there with Chris Bosh. And it's Green, and it's Winslow in at the 3. And Jabari Parker is a rookie, drafted number 2 overall behind Andrew Wiggins. Clark, there was much debate about which of these players, which of these prospects would be better NBA players. What do you think?
Well, I think both showed they're very capable of being stars in the league. Parker got off to a great start, averaging 30 minutes a game until under ACL injury. And Wiggins, conversely, went on to have a big-time season, winning Rookie of the Year.
Clock at 4. Winslow wide open. He fires and unable there to get the go-ahead bucket. Pass to Bayless. For the lead, Monroe's shot is good. Monroe's got his second basket of the night.
And when you compare Wiggins and Parker, really 2 different types of players. I mean, Wiggins has that unmatchable athleticism. Parker beats you with an incredible skill and passion. Also, tremendous maturity for such a young player. Yeah, you've got to make sure your feet are set when you set those screens, or they're going to call that on you.
Well, I thought maybe he was set. I know that's a difficult call to make, but I think they might have missed that one.
Anderson, he's checked in for Chris Bosh. Screen by Monroe. Mayo kicks to Monroe. Makes it off the glass. And it's a 4-point Bucks lead.
And, you know, going back to Parker versus Wiggins, guys, I mean, that debate could last a long time. Both guys have the look of perennial all-stars. It could be the number of championship rings that ultimately separates them.
And it's Mayo, that time on the assist by Vasquez. 11 points for O.J. Mayo.
That's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle much more effectively.
You just cannot allow the offense to have that quality of a look each and every possession.
That's good.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
Milwaukee leading by 4. Now Bayless. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. And yes, sir, that one drops. There's 14 seconds left in the 3rd quarter of the game. Outside Robinson. On the wing, Green. Hits the front of the rim and out.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
Welcome back as we get rolling once more. The fourth quarter right ahead. At the 2 and the 3 are Mayo and Parker. Monroe is out there with John Henson, and it's
the 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, Ernie Johnson, along with Shaq and Kenny the Jet. John Henson, he had a double-double that made a huge difference tonight. He never... And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us. For Shaquille...
As I was saying, got a real big problem. All this kitty stuff. You evil twins, CC and Dom, got you doing Vet, what was that word he was using?
Rebrand?
No. Recalibrate. All this stuff they got you doing to recalibrate your image just cost you in the hood, fam. Yo, the streets is watching, and they're not convinced.
Vic, how many times do I have to tell you? The streets ain't always right.
Nah. It's always good in the hood. Let's not forget, I am a student of human nature, all right? Take your man here. He's playing this here video game is to not address the reason why his brand Jordan sneakers are sitting on store shelves collecting dust.
Ooh.
Okay, what are your suggestions, Victor?
He wants you to rob a bodega. I'm sorry.
Look, man, I'm not talking about some focus group, all right? I'm talking about the hood. They don't trust you no more. They see you coming to the arenas wearing them tight pants y'all ballers be wearing. Your high water ankles be showing. Your pants is just so tight, man. Your ankles be choking. Air it out some. People don't see themselves in you anymore. Look at me. People don't recognize themselves in who you are. Okay, you want to recalibrate? Fine, B, go ahead. Recalibrate back to Harlem. Remind these fools where you from. Represent, you know what I'm saying? Like, where's that Jesus piece you used to rock? Nah, that Shuttlesworth.
With them fake chains we used to wear.
Yo, but that's my point. Yo, let me get you some nice jewels, huh? Make you flossy. Get you a new whip, something that the hood will love. Let's remind these fools that you the Harlem Renaissance up in this piece. Get a club, I don't know, something. Just throw your weight around, man.
I mean, at least get me some, too.
Yeah, and get some nice free vet, too.
Nah, but for real, in all seriousness. You think it's that bad?
Yo. Cats be laughing at your corny commercials, B.
Come on.
But that's what I'm saying. Yo, we could change all that. Hey, now, I know CC's your manager and all, but everywhere she leads, you can't always follow. Now, I'm not trying to catch no charge, but CC got people out here laughing at you, fam. Now, just let me take care of everything. You the CEO, I'm the CFO, Chief Flossing Officer. You hit me with that bread, and I got you.
CC.
How y'all doing?
What up, CC?
Freak, can I talk to you for a second?
Yeah, what up?
In private?
CC, go ahead.
Okay, well, I thought we were supposed to be having a private meeting today to discuss business.
CC, what you think we're doing?
Am I talking to you? You know what? Y'all ain't talking business. Y'all talking nonsense.
We were actually discussing the questionable nature of the promotional strategy that you and Dom have employed on Freak's behalf. Now, it doesn't necessarily resonate with his core fan base, primarily due to the fact that it negates the legitimacy of his personal background and history in favor of reaching a larger, primarily more disinterested demographic that would prefer to judge Freak's past as opposed to appreciate it.
Yo, what Yvette said, 4 times 25, 100.
Oh, so now you know your times tables. Yvette, occasionally proving that you're articulate doesn't mean you have business acumen. Beyond, of course, your clear mastery of basic arithmetic, we all know you can add up how much Freak makes.
Okay, Cece, that's enough.
No, you know what, Cece? You're absolutely
Anywho,
right.
Freak,
And speaking of basic arithmetic, how much of Freak's money do you take?
Okay, what did I just say about Team
A
Freak?
manager?
What did I
Is that
just
what
say
you are?
about
No,
Team
the
Freak?
only members of Team
Good.
Freak in here are me and you.
Oh, you know what, Cece? This isn't the womb, okay? It's not just you and Freak.
Speaking of, how's that going for you?
Hey, come on.
Oh, snap!
You gonna let her
Hey.
talk to me like that, really?
It's
You need to
say
check
that.
her
Wait till
down.
you go
there and I ain't even
check
talking
her
about
down.
Gorilla.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm out.
You know what? I think
I'm
I'll
out.
join you.
No, darlings, please. Please, have a seat. I would just love to hear what you all were just discussing. Better yet, let me guess. Hey, yo, I'm saying, dude, what you need to do is hit up these parties. Yeah, you need to show these fools how you still have mad love for the hood. Get you some flossy jewels. Make sure every time they see you whistling the new whip. Better yet, let's get us a dealership or a club or something. Never mind that house you promised your twin sister you promised you get for your parents who are still in the projects where you left them.
Yo, that's not fair. I ain't leaving my ass.
Hey,
and you know I'll never leave our parents in
thing,
projects.
fam. I'll take care of everything. All you gotta do is break me off with that bread. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Wow. You know what, Cece? I don't know what's going on with you tonight, but I think it's best you go home. We will continue our meeting here.
You asking me to leave?
Yes.
Hey, yo, Freak. It's all good, man. As a matter of fact, CC, I know you don't like me. You never have. I don't know what I ever did to you. But at this point, does it really matter anymore? Look, I just want you to know that I'm really sorry. But whatever it was, I can honestly say it was not intentional. All right? Hey, Freak. Think about what I said earlier, man. I ain't trying to catch no charge. Vet, you ready?
Let's bounce.
Cece. Okay, you know I love you more than life itself.
Then how come you always put them before me? I don't put anyone above you, not even myself.
You sure about that, Cece? What would you just call all this? I mean, you come in here blowing up my spot and you insult my brother?
He's not our brother.
You disrespect my woman.
Just trying to protect you.
From who? From the likes of you? But you don't think I realize that I have vultures and blood-sucking leeches in my life? Don't think I realize that you're one of them?
Bloodsucker?
Yeah, but you know what? That's what I think the problem is. It's because you realize you're no better than them and you're ashamed. But in fact, you're worse because we share the same blood. And just because they don't have the same blood running through their veins as us, doesn't mean that they don't love me. Yeah, their love might be flawed, but it's true. What you need to understand is I don't need you to protect me anymore. I don't mind the people closest to me leeching off me. Yes, you do leech off me, and I leech off you too. You love business and you love me. I use that. Vic? Vic? You know he don't mind running these streets. He's my connection to things I don't want to deal with anymore, so I let him do him. I take care of him, and in return, he looks out for me in places you know you can. And as much as you don't want to hear this, Yvette, she is the eye of the storm in my life right now. She is my only calm. She's my peace, my shelter. I use these people and they use me. I just don't call it that, Cece. I don't call what you do using me. I call what you do caring for me. Forgive yourself and forgive them for using the resources at their disposal to get what they need. And what you need to learn to do is just trust me. Okay, I've always had a good judge of character, even before I was born. Remember? Because I chose to come in this world with you. That's right. it was me and you in the womb just kicking it. Right? Right?
I was born first.
Yeah, you were. Swish.
Some people say you just a hanger-on, that you're a leech. Why is that the word?
Because people just don't know.
They
yo.
be hating?
They be hating. They hating on my game. They hating on our friendship. See, FOF, friend of freak. See, nobody got that like I do. And everybody else wants that. Who doesn't? But that's my boy. I'm in that spot. That is my lane. And everybody else just got to make way for that, you know?
That's him, but who are you?
Nah, man, I got my own life, you know? People think I'm just sitting back and riding on him, but that's not the case, yo. I got dreams. I got dreams, yo. See, my boy knows, right? There's two ways that I could do this. I could do it a legit way, or I could do it the crooked way. And I'm really, really, really trying not to do it the crooked way, but Freak can't help me do that.
He could put you on?
Maybe. You got to do what you got to do when you need to do it to get ahead.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I do, and I'm just really good at it. What can I say? I get by, day by day, step by step.